na onyo kese me din this Mike on behalf of the team led by Duada Kofi Asante Reverend. Then title me on a pay ya trase. We Ghana at the saying we sit, we deliberate, we ask questions, and of course demand responsive answers from our leaders. Everything abwa more minor. Etumi etumpoano pay ya trase. It is 7th day in the second month, February 2026. Still counting and believing, trusting in the Almighty God. So buying ama yanso yetumi akoyenim. Anopai be will be ano yanasi na yamu akwaba on radio Ezra 94.1 FM, and then on TV Ezra TV, on social media Facebook Ezra TV Ghana, Ezra TV Ghana. You like, share, now the comment about it's just 20 minutes past the hour 7 a.m. Once again, welcome on board. Me ding is Mike and I pay in a few minutes yen share your home in crime and I pay. 94.1. This moment is not a verdict on your life. It's a chapter. So the developer can answer what you are going through now is a chapter. What you the who come sabre no it's a chapter, a chapter. I don't know how I will say the chapter in P. Be a more teaching the pan or mobile. But the situation you are in now, you are conditioned now. How near mania who come Abrabono said the name be AC call, and maybe I say Achiano. A person of tears here, they say a chapter. Ezra 94.1 Nyamia dom na yetimi nima kenkan nima twere se uto book ana se obi twere book na o kenkan a book no e won chapters your chapter 1 chapter 2 chapter 3 na ekwa enti se wo kan chapter 1 wi a chapter 1 na si Ezra, you move to chapter 2. Chapter 1 no bet me and all the story. What chapter 1 no? Then it gives you a different issues all together in chapter 2. You could have consideration as a topic. Contract law consideration. And we now bet you my full chapter. Ezra, 94.1. The next chapter will give you a different topic altogether. And to the condition of woman sabrino, a chapter. Biana Yamin say, Mono, our sabrino, our Huya Dema war is a chapter. Our say, Sikasam Huya Dema war. Our so struggle this period to get job. It's a chapter. But the next chapter, no, may be a different story altogether. Once upon a time, we were not like this. A baby, they anticipate now anticipate. And the baby do not situation be about just to say, just a chapter, that story will end. And until no be all this one day. No, Yami, I don't know when Munyam for Baba Shen and Munyam. Now, that story of Suja Dieno, now I end it. Then Yamia, Tom, now Fino, Buanzo, your friend or Warini, Mrs. But once upon a time, na ye frodi wie sana brabona tie so tie ase sabeko nimpa me say your situation now Ezra, your condition now is just a chapter enti ene na obi tie mo obi super no pay say ne ma me bia frimu menua Daniel sutiem papa frimu mampon beni take FM4 and pay omo tiemu su yenua na ekroyo it's a chapter ti ade bia ya den ama wo na unya scam fantu ama school fees and I say tete wo me pese me catch on pay say it's just a chapter ebe end it and you begin to write a new story and that story will let you forget that old story. Nyame shiraw. Now on count once again, a very good morning. Ding, that is Mike, and of course, I pay you Binyamre. Now yet me Eddie and Komo Ewaha, and I pay. There are so many issues. Binyamre now yet me Eddie home Komo. And I'll be looking at the just ended NPP presidential primaries, and of course, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia becoming the victorious after say party no kwatena here na OKATAKYIE decision delegate and akasa, and of course this delegate numbering over 220,000. I think I'm going to a little over 19,000 or so will have to convince Ghanaians
Ezra
why that their decision. Dr. Bawumia be 11,000 or so. Is it? Yes, 11,000 or so. Is it 11,000 or 110,000? Yes. I was say, some Crawford Bawumia no. They have to convince young Ghana for say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President, former Vice President, was after say Ghana for the two missions.
94.1 Edu Kumasi.
Those 110,000, and now they let me run it up and say delegate Kotoaba, the NPP4 will have to convince Ghanaians. So if you have about 4.3 million NPP faithfuls, they will have to convince about 17 million electorate in Ghana. The entire I was say omo 4 million no. Yeah, Kano. You told them Dr. Bawumia, not be president of this republic. So the tax is not only one person. MC, can you give me the results after the last week presidential elections? No. So in the presidential elections conducted by the NPP on the last day in January, Dr. Kennedy Okonkwo Japan had 46,554 votes. 46,554 votes, representing 23.76%. 23.76% for Kennedy Okonkwo Japan. And then the number 2 on the ballot was Dr. Brian Echampon with 36,303 votes, representing 18.53%. 18.53%. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the third on the ballot, had 110,643 votes, representing 56.48%. And then Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, Member of Parliament for Bosomiche constituency in the Ashanti region, had 1,999 votes. 1,999 votes, representing 1.02%. 1.02%. Then the last on the ballot, number 5, was Kwabena Eji Japan, engineer Kwabena Eji Japan, had 402 votes. 402 votes, representing 0.21%. Now, say me share that TV so the results are NPP4 Edema or more presidential aspirants here. Clearly, I don't want to believe say baby nipa free any to haba. Obu also baby asimesi free the beto amano. Say Kwabena Japan, is it from Kwabri East? I stand for correction, but I believe so from Kwabri East. Onya 402. The delegate over there alone say omo cry omo say your president and your constituency. Now it may develop your constituency because nani wahwa onya 402 oman to amano. Ono aka constituency kra no wenya even 30% of the vote from one constituency kra. What does this tell you? One, unya to me be a leader in the party. There now we are our constituency. Ubu how a party.
Ezra 94.1.
Say when your opportunity be a MP, be a DC, or be a government appointee. You cannot write untimi ehun the handwriting. E just so constituency. Na kwakufu na abamu. Na obetimi account nipa kukudam for be 6. Our appointment, very juicy appointment. Ewa that constituency.
Ezra 94.1
But I can tell you about 5 of them. About 5 of them. Scholars secretariat here are they, but you cannot write. You cannot read and write. The impactor omo make here our Joshua constituency. Same to elsewhere. Same to elsewhere.
Ezra 94.1.
Ema me even say the now minister for sanitation or call it to Odo River so when mu. Bantima. Mention them. Mention your constituency. Mention it. Even say mention them. Is it Adapa? Abandapa? Mami Abandapa?
94.1.
Juicy appointment. Mention them. The MPP people you know. Mention them. They had juicy appointments. Very juicy. Ede akono. Obije 30,000 Ghana cedis a month. 60,000 Ghana cedis a month. Kokobo CEO. Wasa.
Ezra 94.1.
Wasa menfifo ne wasa for. Mention them. Juicy appointment. Who area or baby and you be quiet. Mention. I was so west we go. Just mention them. Very juicy appointment. But you cannot. Constituency foreign to me say. Papa yi nyame ya do man na da ko ado ba ye. Atamos ba ye. Mahama first ba ye. O man appointment e wo constituency ho. Ufri kwai mu ne de position ama wo kwa ba mu. Bo nwure fon kan ka che mami obepe no ko bepe MP adi wojosu ya. Obetu as a 5,000 to each delegate. 5,000 delegate ba ku bi man 5,000. But ukobo nwure wuntimi mfa won san twere se ade wei anyway na even bo nwure kakra kora keto akora no obe ye bo nwure he ya abai no the president that the Ghanaians have voted for or one person.
Ezra
The vice president will support 2. Is a kind buying power in each constituency. Ubenya 4. You get the MP, you get the MC or DCE, you get the president of the republic, you get the vice president. Aside that, ubiwake biya no appointment. Enti say what buy unya opportunity. You served. Why a former chief of staff paying? Why a minister paying? Why a way paying? Now, amount phone to me the same people no. So you see, so when I hear Emma me Dana Samwamu, now I'm okay cancel Hunubia.
Ezra 94.1.
Say so for me okrom say ya. Na ya. Na ya bebre. Because when you believe that you are a strong NPP member, you must begin to think how to win power. If you believe, so we are a strong NPP member, you have to think, how do we win power for the party? Meaning. As General said, I said, Uko Banda area, what? They will tell it the moment I see Edun Katiabe Uraho. What can your Bakabiano, they'll do it. Why? Because as the general secretary of the party, as the chairman of the party, the influence and impact kakra ewo. You want who the Asante Regional Minister, former Asante Regional Minister. Someone said, go to Bosomchu today. I cry for them. May me car or far bottom MCR if you can get me those videos of Bosomchu Road.
Ezra 94.
May me car or far bottom train. Me bana wasa me sesa me fa say obaga ota na nya papa. Masa as drivers are omo apply that road. Lake Bosomchu Road. Go there and see. Go there and see. And teacher wanya hwe kura no mete yi anya hwe kura no
4.1 Edu Kumasi.
As a journalist enya dan anya hwe kura no se mete se ye cha ade bo baabi na me krom ka ho a me kura ye apa dankwa ye apa dankwa fo ikura no it be pachaw say ya man panifo ni ye fa we nko ma me mo ajoso MC abaso Jaron over the week be fantastic pa Jaron onwe Sunday school niema wo ye no ho ye ni so pa onwe ni free. So when we hear say what chance here developmental project call onwe senior high school na ni so nyame shiraw I think say moboa my school ni peja it will be better off for all of us because Sunday school enyo nyefo nko na eko be hu say nansane ne omo ache apprenticeship omo mo su adwuma apon mo ho niema ye de ma omo ye may be drying machine ye may be spraying machine ye may be way ye may sewing machine ye ma that is what we expect to be seen, and I think they are continuous from the previous government and I'm also more to us well. A thumbs up to Jerome.
Ezra 94.1.
And he said when your opportunity now obey DCE obey MP obey government appointee now I'm more and they yan central for be one matati and no mudin komo ohu a wontimi nhwe wanimu mienu because onya tumi kwatena abamu mfie nwotwe
Ezra 94.1
me aminu araf safo no ne e fa ne sei kwada so MP scholars bo kromo nya ma na mba champion for baako say comment me amfa ma and then you nyina so you see if you are not able to support your constituent it will be difficult for you to go there and campaign to them. Tell me kase mama da na samo mo ntwo mo kase mu ye
94.1
the nipa o mo aduane die no ini na tem nipa o mo aduane die nipa tumi fra ne phone so no betumi atwa sika to account mi say bam nipa wunya ye obetumi abon san no tumi fa ufudaka ne wo decoration bibia ho ka no ini na tem. If you are a man of God, a woman of God, you know how Yamsum City. You know, I say, and come say, they are saying, no, a Bemwamaya, by now, I'm to BBC. By now, I'm in Ezra, I'm with BBC. That is how God works. Yamed the Mrana Juma, come say, be answer no, as a believer, himself Juma home. And now, MPP will go into the general elections. Anya de yana nka wo na wo ye governor appointee former appointee ban no na da wakofo ado ban am abro ma position se wutimi ye adwuma ye o constituency wo boa kakra mpo e project bi wo ho a nka the good news is that obeko elections you follow the candidates the PC whoever ubewura constituency ho a wo de akaka be ka ho a mbenya vote but unse wutimi ma ho because you have nothing to tell those constituents. Me carry them and this for mutima no pay amanya appointment. Also wabem on your opportunity. Yame your job, yama position.
Ezra 94.1
we end this ni abo abaso kwaye deputy minister, kwaye minister, kwaye CEO. Ya kwase baabi. Na me kasem bi a kire reverend. Yedi pa bi an tetetete and this wini yi. Ne ho bobo tetetea na mo nka ba mi ho na minya position di a se me de the way amesi
Ezra 94
bo so me be se numu asese ni kokora wontimi fura afafo kokora me kam do ya kora na wo hye ebo na afa over ye koyi na ba bia na wote wo constituency for je mahama ba ya bo am appointment look at this bo so mtwekwan nie bo so mtwenie any that's the current state of Bosomchukwan. Current. Near Washington regional minister Mua. If you watch it, Yansano. Bosomchukwan ye. Yantansim was a mensa. By a time you obey ye. If you watch it, 8 good years in office. 8 good years in office. No one to me and poor man panicha wanya fe wo mampani anim anya fe wo kofido bo anim wode ye be ya kwan no ye be ye enfie nwotwe wanye o kan ga say my contract na my contract ne anya wa ye kwan o ma contract yes dan woto asase na to foundation what's dan yan ka no kura nkyere mpanifo bi okurum ha ekwan pa ni panam so bosom twe
94.1
enfuto pa se oba basia abrante bi ba wadi okumase a yes ono wasan ehye ura be ho from here to bosom twe kumase ufri kumase proper kwa bosom twe a very tourist site like bosom twe anke betwe ya kwan yi ama yenye sika de afiri abono. Watch this. Bra, Ezra TV Ghana, Facebook. Ezra TV Ghana. Watch this. So when you 2 million, you drip coordinator. Our district B. We are regional drip coordinator. Now machine is your DC wo.
Ezra 94.
Now want me hwe ma kwan ya enye wo area. I bet me atwa mana mo trouble. Untwa so a. You come back to us. Campaign. Let them come. Not to move for na time is na menti asikakra. Drip machines are buying the buy here. On pen na for the buy na NDC for binomote radio so to TV so we're insulting. And it's got to machine no kra no ebo no so dodo. And a scary cotton machine, and a bonus, and a modiscano, you prosecute them, they are corrupt. A bomb would say, and it's oh, ya fat among Becca, ya the four about the beer, the goom, a cash, drip machines, ye be ya quine. Brano pound to many drip machines, then ye machines. Baby, the Echa swore, the Efa swore, the Adin so good swore, Yanaka cracker. And they drip machines no go district no. Ebe okwenya fu ekwa na de gum. Drip machines no. Ada na wasa oman boka. Ekoto machine de ba. Se enfa metwa kwan a eya nketenkete ne so. Kwan bu akofi job. Ansa na obaye no na ache. Aba ne be ma contractor no na ache. Na mmom ye free titibesi na ye nimse ye wokura so kwan. Ekura se kwan wo ho. Yo bom kwan wo ho yo fom kwan wo ho a ye betime di machines we twetwa so de ama Chama Indrusu ana ya Ashanti regional drip coordinator Chama Indrusu machines sisi wo obekọ na so ko ba mpa me fo tiem obekọ na adwosu do nyina fo tiem obekọ na fence elembele no more tiem ye kwanyo these machines are there. The only thing I can say beto for the gum yento enti na ya e paba no ye nyewu enso beto ne kwan nyina san sei. We don't expect Essentially John Dramani Mahama to come and do this for us.
Ezra 94.1
drip machines this is what yafanya adwuma ye ma every district e dey because be mutu to galamsey be dem the drip machine to galamsey e krom ha galamsey na redu ne ma hu hia nko a and the antida na mo so phone si wani mu amon ka no ma Ghana mpega drip machines enie na gu TV so Ezra TV Ghana be hade amanfo kwan ya ase okrum ha minnim se Ghana eyemfom so se be akwatra new site a mo amotiti new site mamudue you could clearly see the new site will develop it ekwan ne dem yemfa machine mesusu metwa ma Ghana fo keka omoti new site ho ye ntwa but let's do ha ube u constituency as a police station coordinator constituency chairman obeba ta area ho be campaign abaya ne unravel sabi obehunu se enkofo bi gu this area obeba ho
Ezra 94.1
hi Ezra TV Ezra radio me dey Mike and of course you go so din komo ene anopai live on Ezra TV Ezra radio mame kwa ho so na me ne the Ashanti regional drip coordinator chairman Idrusu enkodin komo Chairman, I Ezra TV Ezra Radio. Samai Kini.
Ezra
Assalamu alaikum.
94.1.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Very well. So far, drip machines are our Ashanti region. In all the various districts. Ubi.
Inshallah, drip. Every district, yeah, equipment. What district?
Ezra
Yeah,
94.1. Kumasi.
your backhoe, your grader, say a municipal, 2 tipper trucks. This is a 1 tipper truck. And your water tanker and a roller. Until concrete mixers so count. Until say Kobani say every district, yeah, name every district, yeah, no. And our region
Say Ubi Quine enye ewo baby area baby otia. Machines no I was say okwahene what dey day.
Say a district and our district dia e fall to no. Say assemblyman na wo hono wo ho obo modern no ho assemblyman no report to assemblyman. Assemblyman so edibeko district office on na ne letter. Nte chief executive saka letter na no one say okay drip coordinator na over district on wa no ma ko hwe odwuma no omo hwe adwuma na hwe a na say omunkoye no omo ato anomo ye de akoye adwuma na amana afro because drip equipment na there for baby a say remote areas a baby a kwanya no na ye twa amaka sa anya kwanya ayede. Yeah.
So it behoves on the citizen no say ono na was oba assembly ho. And also who na assembly ba catch they say ye kwanye nti mmetwa so maye.
So who assemblyman na me gidi say assemblyman na that electoral area. So hon ma onya who assemblyman na che say ne complain na adru bedru baby adrip secretary ewo. Nti omanya akonya if the entire yes and ultimate fiti and now would reconnect what time equipment abra odisi and also assemblyman or that electoral area and motion. Oh yes, you undermine say an ejumano. The ya defa say nebeya ejumano mra esitie. Yeah.
Inti say obi wo baby na ne kwan enya. Bele me hu say ono na wo say okwan assembly ba okaka ten say me kwan nye. Ti mo metwa ma me ana say assembly no responsibility say omo ebe take data of bad roads and where drip no betumi atwa na ho akoye adwuma no.
Saying in INM no ya elect assembly member for development of the electoral area or anameboa and they say ebia that electoral area no akwan bi wo ho a assemblyman obeni say encrophone be report man area and one say assemblyman ankasa won the darling mudada and one say obehu drift coordinator our district on man na say obe reported to the region na and I say MC a honum menya letter na ma release equipment na o makoye but your problem no ade back to I say drip the entire bibiani ayebo this year na assemblyman na electoral area on your funding of the drip no afena omudia ebe to office of the president or hon ebe operated to person na funding na edi operated drip no my nti district chief executives no say ko ban say area bi wo ho a kwan no where district chief executives no na omo fund foil na omo akoye edi ama nti assemblyman ordinary request na ba what my district chief executive no so request from drip na for fund na ekosha aman.
So for how long and sika e was eba na mutimi de tofu egu machines no emba.
Oh if you say you shall say free eba office so ask dey sankan but kwan ya first way operate ahodo be miansaji. To be honest with you, say bia o baby a wote na say kwan na da ho a kwan no e bia wa request DC ni susu anasa assemblyman no susu or ahoɔden ɛnso a ayɛ a yɛbisa wɔ a ndi timamfoɔ na mo wɔ no sɛ mobɛtumi a apound for the foil no boy foil no kakra equipment no deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ den aba nti sometimes individual bi etimi fa ho ɛsɛ oh me deɛ foil ka foil no nko adeɛ mommra mɛboa na mo ayɛ kwan ade ama ɛ ɛno deɛ nti etimi kɔboa but dodoɔ na DC foɔ no na ɛyɛ den ɛboa ama ɛyɛ saa adwuma wa wohwɛ Asante region last year last 2 years obeti say ye kwan ye no bae yantimi mfa mfiri apom emba fie yantimi mfa nkosi enye hwie but ne last year ebe kan ne ya me no kase those report no mo amu ya media man ngin de say muta active efi say drip ye dwuma pa wa Asante region samudi mu ni di ekire
ko DCs, MPs, and individuals, and so there are so many areas and so on. Ebi almost young one didn't saw one. Ebi to me so if you say oh, say complaints maybe you are. I bet to differ, chairman.
To be honest, seen nipa untimi nya bibia 100%. And then we have baby no na baby so ebia omuhia samboa no. But they is the request. I think say ye be hwe kwan e be fa so a ye more because drip equipment no mu di ba say yemfa moa baby a aban nyamfa ma contract no na amafo timamfo hono ma omo kwan hu ahun ehiem wo ma o say ye kwa de ye kwa mo nti say udi request ba say fantini bra na say ahunjo ana say baby say ye kwan nya I think say DC no be hwe na Samuelman award that electoral no ma be amo. Me give say a lot
for the past 1 year mobile office. Have you been paid? It you am akabo so me.
To be honest with you, very letters national coordinator any regional minister letters edima various districts and municipalities and say chief executives and say every month be our pay bibi kakra and farmer coordinators some of various our share equipment and I think say bibi omuye at the moment
94.1
officially yintua makabo so me
officially dear ya busumi katu ya na make say ya budget afina oma dia ko to parliament and approve for you know to be honest best in the dear ya katu ya nyam free abaimu amba but this is no manage to that
or reports as a regional drip coordinator in Asante region fine pa na omo akwan nya mobile ma hu se motimi satisfy omo
minua de dikan ukom mansun kwanta na mansun kwanta baby wa free antoa krom medical mansun kwanta inside na o free antoa ebeko antoa krom ebeko na enye but main road but drip you see drip equipment any DC na wo hon any coordinator o mutimi ye juma twakwan ne kama even though kra enye mansun kwantankwa uko atma nwebeje south honorable boama waye kwan ne tsekwa ne bebre okunkom enye easy uko maami pel ho a saa sususu because uko ankase ediko mu akwan bisu a kokoros bi ho na enye kra ontimi fa motumfa ho ninua maami no so oye adwuma uko Abdul Salam new adubiasi pictures ne bi o every videos and pictures are nema drip your Central region mretio mo obati say ye di baba betu national platforms no obia hu dwuma drip edi especially Central region uko ejura honorable Rafiu every district via new drip enye dwuma one more I think say mo amoya media man no mo na me munam na mutitinsem but I think say mu duo mu na mu wuro mu abon say drip aye dwuma pa especially MCs no and DCs no me bo mo abaso papa they use drip.
So obi to say DCBA bia ono akwa no head anya adwuma bi sa niska kete the assembly in niska dia for now no be difficult say omo betimi kura no atwa kwan no so because the source of fund na was eba na mo to fuel no emba
na kura true do nti na make say me body DCs for no abaso especially central region DCs for no municipal chief executive o hwe kwan bi wo ho a na link kenu yesterday no busuntwe bridge bi wo ho a be for the past ayi na drip and Sadat any engineer Hamid drip and no more use different equipment and no more yes akwan afili sa bridge and there amafo nye kwan first no ko ba nwan be fia afunsu na de ansa na okokenu yes ne kwan ne da ho a menu yetime fa so a easiest to us nti ni nyina ye drip o hwa apradi na kwan bi wa apradi e di ko ayi honorable Sadat drip equipment ya no use ya or the years akwen na actually sa bridge and there access to people say o me faso into drip there to be honest aboa especially the using in a central region there as a regional coordinator drip aboa juma because maintenance fa juma ni field work every day bia ya na mo say obi this is chief executive bia o chiro brand minister na minister minister no dia brea ejuma na amu na say so ko say ampa ejuma na omu chiro brand minister na minister so say yenkoye no ampa omu ya na nti e di echire omu ya pa nti mu so nsem chiro no so mo dey say
na pa bia ni aye besan aba ho
yo me da se me be da se no so menya kunya we na ma chairman no NDC for our me executive branch executive so be biara a woman shan of bia and the whole central region and a champion still remain a central regional chairman and anakosi the chairman
boga ba abedu
boga ba be shene di mapa see the all fruit you apano na e den ya piano because na reminds me central region NDC ya pono se Hamza Swala me do papa no enurachi na okwa aka ototia na chi akwa akra me gidi se obaba weekends ya
appointment ana
nyame ya adum enu mpaibo onye bebi kakra ahye a wodi ne kwi kakra aka ho ya
tawe me be di nkomo me na asa no
yo me so me da ase me nuanu nyame nkamu
me ne the Ashanti regional coordinator edema drip machines abana de aba na di nkomo no but you see hwe in as much say yemubi ya commende Cecily John Dramani Mahama say oye adwuma no I think say the president is training corrupt officials. What Miss Maker say in quote say obi ya adwuma na ye ntua ne ka bosome a the person will be corrupt too. So be ya juma. Why juma bosome nwotwe bosome nkron yentua ne ka. You are pushing that person to do the na koma mpeso obeye. Enti binya nwa say kajetia. De esisi wo na esisi ho. Eya omampani na wo so wo hwe say obi bia na tumi ma me ho kwan say me agencies institutions ni ade yemwa na omo enya yen appointed omo no. When those people are appointed that they have to be given their monthly salaries. And why adwuma yentua ne ka because some of these drip coordinators I come once me. This would be why a bossy care the man mo kire wa we yembe so.
Ezra 94.1 Adum Kumasi.
Afaya mo ne prince mo adwuma oke ayi kejetia. Prince Munya appointment 28 March 2025. And now 7 February. Yentua ne ka. Afayam echo June 16th or so last year. Yentua ne ka. Oh sorry. Ebe adwuma mo so na outfit ne dressing kama tofua. Ne yere ne ma ofie. Obenya sika wa here no de ahwa busuafo no de bi ahwe ne ho. So in effect sika bi twam kura na nyane de a wan hwe obefre no so sika no so omra
Ezra 94.1.
Na ye me yakakra ne say machines no was editwa kwan no so no say machines no mfa ntwa kwan no so because ebia DC enyes kan tofu na wakofu ado aban nkasa nkyere yi omo ka kyere so omo de esika no beba fuel no beba omo bebeto ba ene yene before NPP be free so na fuel na ma me awe I know say Mahama ba ya na ma na fuel ne ma it got to the point in time na MPs no abi na the fuel drip machines no machines wo yakwan asai and the drip coordinator ka kyere ye say e be advisable say wo area wo tie no say wo kwan nya say DC nya sika mfa metwa because onya sika nto fuel a mo keka mo ho bomu na mo de sika na akọ na mo de akoma DC no that to fuel agum na wo be
Ezra 94.1.
Hi Ezra TV Ezra ready over the week na grada ho nkoma ba me enra nwumre me kodu fia na adwo be 11 and me nya the full ruling masha sia me go through me nya kan nwie ye as a student of law me shada enka ho asem bebre but lawyer wa ha lawyer wa ha die bia obeboa yen na otimi akenkan akra and as a few questions I won person mote ase no otimi aboa ye akiri mu de amaye and then the president over the week is it Zambia and in fact fugu am say enyina promote fugu regional minister betu chama wa ko hene a very good morning is enyina fugu no is Zambia for say o be kra fugu ti bo mo ye fugu mo mo nye Zambia for be kra fugu na afetimi aboa o se fugu na kwaye nsem bebre but bie kwan so de ama o man yes so that is his excellency na aboni fugu na fugu obo ye akofa inchira bebre de ama o man no inti o mampani na nkasa kase fugu ankasa me o mampani me ba be kra fugu no de aba na mo so motumi ahye bi nti no Ghana for mo amoye fugu no mo nkoso na mo produce no mo na afi emfa inchira emra and of course there are other issues he has been ranked the 5th powerful president in terms of development in this country in the world and I think say no be serving why also serve it saying you live in the country so when me will be to abruchire no ka dem so Ghana bibia akoya I will ask one simple question say me na mte ha nti busame aso na me so me nka me dia minim emfa enkyere ever of course no akra na afi ebajafo so abem na nyame ya adom a exactly a week today Ezra blind day Vars Day party enti e be Vars Day and then I will share Vars Day enti me my house here tell ni a o pamata ade kokko kama matia kama pamata ade kokko de ba cheme na Vars Day we no ye kodino ewo champion hotel a was Santase champion hotel ti wa wo hwe bia no 150 Ghana cedis single double 300 there will be buffet pick and art relationship coaches comedy live band scrabbles there will be a lot of entertainment and so our counseling session no ebekoso ndi wa ware bra na yen ne omo wonim dia wa ware mu etu e hofo wo relationship mu para for bra woni bi so kura bra ya ma bi ho because mayo anu a omujira na so pa no formation manya ene se enra na mi team member ba ho ka kire me se Kumasi Technical Institute NK University for man be 15 bia be top ticket no bia omo se omo no omo ye single and they want to mingle so we be ma come and also mingle with them live on Ezra TV Ezra Radio and the program will be on the 14th day in this month. It's a Lovers Day. Come join us. Let's enjoy love, celebrate love, and show love to our partners and our future partners. Just 150 Ghana cedis for single. And of course, maybe the first time you are taking your wife out this year. And I know lawyer Evans Osebonsu will also be there with the wife. Mamimi ya omanentum na memfa mkoso akra 0558620300 0558620300 and afi 0531455105 0531455105. Hi Ezra TV Ezra Radio. Council akwaba
Me joso na me fa kwanya iso nchia watiefo.
Yes, atiefo.
Na wahwefo nyina.
Yes, bibia bokọ de.
Pacho nyame adom ye tinkwam ne wa ahoden die.
Na bibia ya
nyame. Yes.
Na me fa course no bia ma busa wo. Mo na mo ya lawyer for.
That is so.
Say there asema ko court. Na e twa 15 years. Na ha say e twa 1 year.
94.1.
De ya fe de yesu ya ni mi say na you say ya kwase. Ya kwase judgment no. Na we de ya kwase o. You reduce sentence now by 1 year. Ba bonne kro no a.
Yes.
Hey. Asemi hu pa. Okay. Yemfa call Accra. Ya ba be din komo. Okay. So hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir Mike.
Yes, we be our free.
Ezra
Yo, sir Mike, we dey unu akuma ni kujo e wo don kokro na Sam Prince na ka sai.
Senior kujo don kokro mo ho se bi ni se mo kwan do no anye. Mo DC drip machine no de adwuma ho de.
Sir Mike, enu ti na buy word am after one no kwa we no. No kware nyame enu say sir Mike. Ye main road from Donkokro to Agodeke a who can super no ko voter region. Enye. Eni ye wo ekuro ba ku bi so aye fe ho Brumben. E ho kwan so enye. Ena bridge ano e kon to aboma side ho kwan so nye. E kwan nye sape sir Mike. Drip machine e wo ho now sir Mike who be dey say every blessed day drip machine almost the sa aniaton.
So the whole room on all the drip machine is sign microphone di.
Sir Mike. Almost the sa aniaton. So no bia almost number of the cost aniano. E ko kakra bi kura say anka at least almost the 2 trees and 4 trees you kura the Google expert aniano kura ka be manage ni sa no almost you. And I can't remember one woman every and then Saturday ground on Meta Cosani at home. If you don't go from Yamun say, your drip machine, a master of Mufaya Pine, a batter of Mufasania and Thomas Crawford, almost a salute now, almost on 1,005. And now, Oko, I got a cab, the America say, it comes to honor, Oko vote a honor, in Suonimuno, gravel to do more. I don't know, I'm not for more Musi, estimate the fit every year concrete. Sani ano omuko ko sasa gravel to the bewa 3,000. Ena bro, se Mike into the drip machine so far so bia. Ye e da ho no.
O no ye o ye na fi so. Na ho ye kwawu Afam Plains North. Kwawu Afam Plains North. We will get the DC before the show ends. Now obviously. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Mike Papa di Diabo Kodie.
Nyame ade yenkwa ache yen. When you?
Ye do ba de na se. We you nua be ma SK Bullets. Nyame ne hene. E wade nyina mu do du oboase coffee cream. Ano president na wa so juma ba wo bo. Keep machine say ye de ba say ye me hwani mo. Ye de ba say ye me sumu no. Ye de ba say committee si office wona manfo. E hwani mo say o say you. So ba mi am ko to bri eye amanse central ye kwa die nwa eye enso machine no enko ba ko kwa so ko office wo ko de ebi akwache tie wo kwa so a o mo this wo kan na this wo tue ska e ma e telefon office wo the time say machine ba say ye ko de akwache tie kwa so a ye kan ye ma pe police ka na ye ko de emergency tie kwa so
ka abanji se mu die ni ka sen katemanu mu bia tieska abana na wo so hwe ofu no o de eyi akwan ahodo a akwan no se ma joma hama is excellency kama na o pe amamuyi o kan ogana anya go dunia
we only have my SK Bullets
na see ye for the next caller TV with me atwa mo aba okay hello good morning. Hello good morning.
Good morning.
Udia be free.
Hello?
When Udia be free. more on drip machines. Enyuma yene Idrusu, the regional coordinator, Edin Komo, and then ya call about Quafre from Fiasi. No catches drip machines no crano. The obosom trade. Say one ma ama omo de train in suo eton obosom train bra mo kwan nyina mfutuo nko anka mbetimi kwa de afa so amadwadifo yi nanka etimi aboa omo. Why would you sit down for your drip machine to be used inappropriately?
No pay your dark mamma was much shower tear for a lot of the pay. So the only Gamma Fisher, but there was no Fisher. I don't pay your Daruma. So network education of the academy. I don't pay Japan's 55th anniversary.
Okay.
Me a guest of an invited guest. And I was able to see with Jamie because he was also an invited guest. That's what he meant. I mean, I'm quite sure I may call that in case the network education nowadays. Actually. I'm saying this is news that is coming to me. Why do I say news neighbor Masumo? Because when you say drip or not, fan but it's to render services for the district. And to go every individual or your program be also some more water my name that come on me. Or by so be your challenge, maybe a fuel, and I said, yeah, we also remember one now much of fuel. Some of their water program anymore because of the nature of our rules. And she, as you said, on the machine, ensure there. Honestly, I'm going to be a bit surprised. I'm surprised because the Nipa rehearsal. Maybe by a drip later. I'm not crossing the initial because not from so quick program. I want to say, I make a bit working at home or hospital anymore. How they were working anymore, I observed it and kind of miss you. But if there's a private individual dealings 1 or 2 years, or that Roman, any idea, I will be very glad to remind the evidence or something that makes me act on it. Because drip machines are not supposed to work for individuals' pockets. The machine and go individual pockets. We don't do that. We are very dance. We be about the assembly. Obviously, the machine they are attached to it. Over aside the challenges of agriculture, for now the drip operators now because there's only the bigger funding of paying the operators. So don't I jay. I'm a government agency funding one. New ones are fine. No much me rolling more into moka. So there are even 3 or 4 of them are personally, especially the drip. Because people know 3 tank and no. Me and the people to sika because. 2, 3, 4 months more no. May I say water a final halfway. Today you know be a driver no we should not go far the trick by. He can even if you call him he will tell you say me and me bottom sika at the man or just to render the service for the district. And if something of this thing is happening, I am one person I will investigate it and get to the bottom of it. Nani power this will deal with the person.
Was it for years? The first one for years, now ABS, Evangelist Richard Pra, and the project or what now Aquapiam we are Naja, or this canation, now be about assembly. And this is serious. I am the cell was so investigated, but a specific area or this one if you know, and I'll call a conference one if you know, for years.
Odaroma, Mr. Mekano, I won't want to dispute the fact and the question in the prayer. I've heard about like match. So we mean also say BBC and also based on about the Yahweh. And I mean, I can't even know more yet. In as much as I open the paper, people are in it, but only need to watch them. You get it. You see how investigate it. I also want to put this across. I think just a month or 2, 3 months ago, Obama made the same thing said, yeah, back home, no, yeah, Juma, baby, or Modi Jessica. When we follow to school and look at it, that machine or not any other drip machine.
Okay.
Drip machine is for enforcement, green, be able home. Now, say, go ask your kitchen home. This is great training here. So, I just want to put this across. Every other machine to go out in my similar. But in as much of whatever is happening here now, what you must today, if you program now, I'll call the drip coordinator. Now, I'll call your producer back door. No, my information, the details now. Say the bay, I'm an investigation. I will get to the full bottom of it. What I want you the fact here will be I will share with you the details of home because application at the PA.
That's pa na where the meja amwako because we program I say but some train mo kwan no nye esi dwadifo yi che edru fiada be former minister regional minister of free ni kurom kwan tan said the mfuturo pa bonkrofo pa mo me sa kwan no mo me MCA mo me sa kwan no ekwan no nye kura ana wo mo fa machines yi nwi so kakra mfa emma wo mo na mo mpete so ma wo mo
Padaroma, is something that assembly as a DC masusu muama ye didi hun komo betri. One tiny junior challenge also the contract is still under a contractor you will be there. And you you need a person's permission. And your official mini of you creating for Obama near touch because we're good to quiet or also send me the machine position a junior bidder. But because the top base of the goods, hereby and a GSL and extra cost to the government as a chief executive. So I will need the right permission before I can touch the road. Okay. Number two, you want to need the permission. It will start here. Even in Tango Operator American Assembly. My friend, another friend, he was in the house. And I'm a friend of mine. I said, you be my number boy in this assembly. Challenge I woman say. First week, you put for 4,000 of the tank and 4,000. Not of petrol, a good later than a from Abidjan Quanta, or water from Abidjan Quanta, and I'm a good Jati criminal. Not over what you know, as if they're only a and could do contact the 4,000 was spending like here, 2 days. Yeah, it was 1 week, I realized the money now they come and the output of the results are never. Honestly, what now there's no value for the money now. I even decided to say, I'm not one. Like the engine, and also I had a lot of restriction of my brain now. You block what I'm a problem. And I say, so I took it into consideration. It is the what you idea. You try. You heard cost can't but any the results I need and no problem. I'm only limiting the cost market today. You want more contract to market probably the other judge. Even the judge assembly member would testify to this. They do market this and I'm strategic. I'm water. But the idea is who are only one opposed to business, so we go because you are not around. But then it was something that planned market days, contract and judge market this year. What I'm on Munanka and put you in a day. And this is something we
Maminyao na Pebranesia na Eddie come up with some channel. Meaning, say program regional minister Babia, former regional minister, some was a baby back, catch and say, Mike say, was some chief and I say, why? Okay, right. I was here, many the DC for Bosom Chain, Abdullah Hamid, engineer. And I don't know, I couldn't come out. My main son from a course, I grab 5 calls. Now, main family in our family never 4 and 2 0531455105 0531455105 0558620300 0558620300. Hi, Ezra TV, Ezra Radio. Yantonka, or drape machine said you should know. Say the city, area how I at the same. We are gonna at the same. Good morning.
Good morning.
When ye?
I go continue because for offenso.
Offenso for who ye minti on the pay.
Omoye pa gentleman mama oyebi na ti koko for me koko farmer. Koko ba you better sia na aka mu me no. It's a wontia. And you say you hear that area pata. Wontia koko for ka. So and I work out that and also be boss. I got that and na say mark na unu Ghana for ye beat me here. You think I get you go be give me the
hello, good morning. When ye?
Good morning.
When ye?
Bachama Damwako.
I'm free.
Me Pachon Casafu Kumasi.
Zama community.
Me Pacho, real Prancer America Accra. Mpacho, me operator of machines in Muna. Since some buy you pay ni bibiama, and it's almost come once a month. I almost almost a beer, young so machines in the zone. There were you on my hard up to now, if a machine.
pay kura mai appointment letter mai hwe mai so adwuma papa ne ye frost baba ye adwuma
na wo ye adwuma wo ni appointment letter unim amount of money e de be ma bosome na wo ye se ko wi achi na isasa John Dramani Mahama ne drip national coordinator ka kire wo se ye ma 1000 Ghana cedis a month say why adwuma gu
ani asem no because they say they come afọ they say won sara nta mo se Ghana mranche ye mpa adwuma enso ye kosu adwuma na mafa ye adwuma so a pay ma hwe ma to ka kan so a wo bi a wo kan kire.
How do you survive?
Masa saka kra ye su adwuma ye tete wo no eno na didi eno na da hwe ma ye tumi to school fees ye tumi to da aka ena etu adwuma nim bibi ankoso enya menko the whole Ghana operator check machine so na obi a pay mai
directives ne say e was that district awo mu no omo ma bibi kakra wo ne yama hwe
omo ma hwe masa
what district by
Adanse South
okay you be free DC answer upon because Adanse South I have the DC contact okay yeah now hello good morning.
Hello, good morning. Roma father passengers. Mama fancy I get the message. I want to watch you man. Later on my sister now. I'm a father that was the representative. Okay, catch it. Look machine as a tax center. Me I name is Yapa. Mining places. So at the tax center. The business is a quarantine. MC phone. What want to mean Galano. What you are saying, Canada, what keep mining. What you are saying. And then no Munkasa. What's our places? No one to name places, Skabima. No one to be going for university. Look, machine, no one to be finding you tomorrow. And the son so. You go go the way say, Nidia, one more two. One more day. What you say? If you want to be, even Omonosia, maybe you could have every day. 1 billion, 1 billion, one of the phone, over the phone, you know what media. I know what community. Your phone number is so supposed to be
last caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Yes, when you.
La mère do bien, the city is a market, you know, I think I have 5 years.
No, Kenya say, a ba one more crying in your president. Yeah,
both was a down. Semak Yako and presiding Dano, Ako, assembly, your friends, Yako Mukacha, Omun Missika, the Baba, yes, Maramai. Omun formation, Kwame, a Quarko Bridge, and a Sabbath, give it to an answer, and zero trouble. Jamaki wako pia haya ufiri babia ya tangmabo for the old church na wona
yeah
kwa ni demo timi jamaki e chopa de traffic ni ya tubu ebe pie mo ponte hospital mu ho omo ma ya bridge na ma ya na se nka sa traffic e ku pie fa de ya e ko boso mo ponte no aka ni nyira ntwawu no ya ko mo ka je se omu timi emfie ye pa ye nko senza afọ ni na yo minisa ho. What a bit you are boy.
What can Sasha Chiremo?
MC, no.
You are all the Tosua number now a good TV no 0531 455 105. For producer, yeah, between Yamamo. So the MC catch them say, "One to me of problem." Now, more free community or Emerald Regional Minister. If every community ever regional minister, what would be the role of DC now, MC now, or district? Okay. The number now, that TV 0531 455 105. Producer by your number new year. But I say, ever friend for this year. Ezra 94.1 FM, Ezra TV. Yami Aduma, in the course of the week, about twice. Na yet this and common drip machine. Maybe a drip machine will be no. It has to work. Sabria epe no abano. It has to work. Nafi to me and so no abwa edia. My chakra no so sabri name so has a totan. Ever have been pa ewo Ghana ha. Dr. Evans, Dr. Richard Esiedu atna se anope doc akwaba afisiapa happy new year say bia kwaso de
erade adaroma wa maya hoden ne nkwa yetimi AFRIFA abedru haidi nese ahoden nese bia nso eyeboko Ghana so bia nsi a eboroso
dibidi asi dibidi asi yo Dr. Jai BBSC
ye bedi nkomo ba de BBNC bibi me ka se BBNC e boroso abusi akon nyina wo ho a na se bibia no e boko adwuma mu so bibia e kon kan a ya sukufo yi nso aba ye na omudi nkuta ho ntina se bibia boko
oh okay se BBSC ni sa wampani atukwan
okay
akose fugu amen nei wiase nyina eze fugu na say attractive
eno a me sha BBS na anopa me ba na fe ma bre fugu ne de me won mood papa ni bia nti onti de enya kura
so we sit utuni kwa ye nyina
so we multi purpose fugu
what you say
nti ono your friend is a president fugu okohye no it's a very good thing. A boy promote a culture na e wono. Ba na arehosem se nipa ni bi wa wo hu de wo hye na wonte ase. Instead the same ko be ben wo no be dey. Obebusa. Wo de a we dey. Wo hye no. Na wo so wa kire ni mu no. Na on say social media yi na e de aye fan na ade. But said Abua. But Nipan be brand so na me monitor social media. Other European countries, ambassadors, they were posting pictures with with the smoke, which is very, very good.
President seems to be lucky in so many factors.
Oh, well, minim baby are free bar in terms of lucky now.
So buy if we word market form. Go di one more page
na say hwan from so
but at least for the past 8 months na page na a Twitter into Ghana's advantage what I say web market full crude oil boko from no about into our advantage and now he travels outside where smoke and then created that the global attention be a quality for fugu. I think he's been quite lucky.
Other global indicators now kana na say me di uram sade na e kire say aban na oba no no ahye danye bibia yesoronko bia o e kire yen say emra na MPP aban wo so na oka edu ba bia e man no emu ye den na amamo ni nkoye economy ne ko fom na omo aban na ka say your friend say Iraq, your friend say Ukraine war, and now affecting Niama, Emma Fu, near the Ade Kosorona. Not then opposition party no NDC, I no more bem, Kase, and yes, Netimino Muntiminian. Na, and yes, and Nadia no more can no Coressa. Empo or Mampenico UN, the wonderful speech of Cocaine, what can womb, say your friend say, Ukraine war na affect Ghana economy. The American see so me see ebewuram. Name of the American and akwaba the other mami fancy ya. Said the bear but bia ba be chiri we. Na me shira say
Dr. Richard Esedu a lecturer Amstead yet to be renamed into a different name but as it stands now on record Amstead. Evangelist Richard Pra gold ball jewelry. He's a member of the board. He's also a Senate board member in John Dramani Mahamed's government. And of course, a regional communication team member for the NDC. So, Penny,
Minia
Akwaba, and I'm telling you, my lawyer, I'm
Medasi. Send your young couple Yanedano and then so why Nadum no assume so, a biasum bushing so. Ya de aseda emerade na me kai
me manta for no so what to say
nyame adom nyankopon hira omo papa day in day out they are growing beautifully and very intelligently.
Yes my one ya
oh dey exam common no
omo wan face ya no we say
woni oba
we say me nya bi
nyame mbo na nya bi
amen
me de me wo ma nan
okay ba manim
bema baako enti wohwe Psalm 24 verse 1 or say the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and those who dwell in it. Asase a etisui eye Awurade dia yen a yewo mu nyina ye Awurade dia na se wo betena asase yi so na wonim se asase yi wo wura ebema waye onoma sani a wusi pe no but asase yi wo wura sanso na bibi kire wadwen bibi hawa koni wura na ode wo ba asase yi so no na ene no endi nkomo obekire wo kwan no enti me hye obi ankran se nyame sumo ho meme ye ntoto na se emfa ho ne baabi a waye boni akoduru entoto nyame sum ase se Mike me tie wo anopa ya me wo fom ho na before we be o phone in no o set agenda bi say akoye say the president o trainee corrupt officials obi a wusua mra no emra wo he thrive on the yeka bible mpo say wonu mu asem ene bema ye bu bim ana ye be bu fo enti obi a wusua mra no wo ka bibia weigh it. President Mahama, how can you say or tete corrupt officials? Because nipa baku mienu bi wo na ba mu a wu susu ye mu no omonam kwan bi so a entwa yi yenti ase say oman chichire oman panyin nko antumi nyenti ana wayi edom dodo na you in the media you also have your role. Ya kan say money the fourth estate money oman ni ye ni yaso moko hu na mo abeka mu hwianhwia na mo de abetu dwa o man panyin na otesu yi oti asem wo ahobrase ye onko hia ohini bia ntea no onko kan kire ohini bia se ono ankoye ni project sa no ma no President Mahama enye bi enti se muhu se bibi nkoyi a mo ma ye nyina ye nka ho asem ne e wo se o man panyin yi na di atwe na so
my response was not to the wire bonnet. But my comment was to say, we are Juma, na yentua waka, tiu. So we are Juma, ni yentua waka. In effect, no, was some by a comp you and con edu, a catria ma. In a way, what you put in the position, say, the crime is not fire day.
Survive.
Metu was a common of a fast war. Evangelist.
And no say, Unsuro Yamia, Oberfakwan Bonnet so, I survive.
Indirectly, no, dear nature war.
If
I heard you right,
yes, lawyer.
The imitation now all can I say,
yeah.
What can I say? Anna say, men can say yana,
yeah.
Men can say President. So it was a conditional statement.
Thank you, lawyer.
You understand that?
Good.
Yeah. It was a conditional statement.
Yeah.
One emphatic. Into a question and I will be sir. But meaning how a be a minia evangelist is it because maybe the enemy here no man who say. Going to a very conclusive decision as to say President Mahama produce corrupt officials. And now say, men can say yeah nah. So it was in a form of a question. Yeah. You understand that?
Thank you. So Masaba na edin komo. Lawyer Evans Osebunsu, Ubri Wahena Associates, a member of the NPP legal team, and of course, say a nice MPP Nianisa. And that lawyer. Somebody can be a member of a legal team, but no one yet party.
Or be a member of legal team, be as a party.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's why MPP ni my papa.
Most often, mean chief refugee Quabre.
Vijaquabre.
That is a Juman
Cassie. Oh, okay.
And I send Sokofukru.
Oh, okay.
Most
of what alcohol here.
Oh, me
cause a Panama can't say me say, Bua Wenyeska won't kuru. When your appointment, on cool crum, on Gongo Bois.
That's a tricky.
Why buying? Ko position oko krom na ba ko krom say samo seven sa ko krom ko to omo na ko to omo mama say I think people are much interested in the aggrandized issue.
Okay.
What to me enyamre I go through the ruling no.
Yeah, ruling no my kind kakraba mi we say most of you are not ruling ewa
pa
but baby me pick baby ana me interested kese say metimi enya import of that ruling but the medical I can say ohwe appeals court to be ana appellate court to be ana or right say obetimi reduce and akwashe the decision of the court of first instance.
Okay.
There's a court assembly di kan ko obetimi akwashi. Obetimi drastically reduce sentence and so aba from and obetimi so commute the sentence into a fine.
Okay.
The appellate court has the power to do that.
Okay.
Any appeals court to be. But there are certain factors informing the decision. One of the factors informing the decision if the sentence is manifestly excessive. That means that looking at the charge, now of your sentence, not the man, now if the sentence is excessive or harsh, the appellate court has the power to even commit it to a fine or quash it or reduce it drastically. Yes.
Looking at Bonia
appellate court to betimi abatu agu opeso betimi reduce no ako anasa opeso be committing to a fine.
Okay.
Ana another thing so a bi obetimi ahwe say obetimi ahwe in principle the circumstances of the case no if in principle the judgment itself is wronger.
Okay.
That one no in principle no the explanation of it ne say say bi amemfa ne say or your first time offender.
Yeah.
Na onye boni ni bida na wadi kan ma no onuro sana say hash judgment eno so court no appellate court no betimi ahwe etimi decide na ya adwuma abo atoagu. These are some of the things etimi inform the decision of an appellate court. Court na debi wo the case of Godwin Bota and Mustafa Abdullahi versus the Republic. Na yenhwe sa judgment we dem hu ye ne say e bebia no e define ye wo ye act you follow ye act 29. Act 29 no it talks about criminal and other offenses act no. Act 29 no
1960, right?
1960.
Okay.
Yes, em say knowledge in law no sharp. Timamu aba so 1960 Act 29 no e define all offenses. But if you read article 1911 it says that all offenses must be stated and the penalty for it must be prescribed in our written laws. The offense
boni bia no anipa di no e was say womrenum
na so if you read article 1911 of the 1992 constitution it may be na me kasafa stated misbehavior when me can say the word stated is an adjective phrase which qualifies a noun misbehavior.
Okay.
So any grounds to be a misbehavior must be stated. That is why the framers of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and this stated can misbehavior. The man in the black coat is dead. In the black coat is an adjective phrase, which qualifies what the dead man.
Yeah.
So it makes you to know the person who has passed on. And mahunu ni pana why then wawu no. Enti maybe me can say so the misbehavior no one kasa man no subjective meaning are wrong. E was say misbehavior no ye stating no emrenum. Eno na me dey mfato. Enti na me kire chief justice dey me say in fact say committee na nkasa do omo ankasa misbehavior bi a omo consider no enye subjective mind but enye objective. They were not fair to the chief justice. So I said something like that. Now memra nti we defrauding by false pretense one of the offenses.
Yeah.
And as such charlatanic behavior no, yes advertisement no and also another offense. Now over defrauding by false pretense now contrary to section 131 of the criminal act no, act 29 no. Yeah. But ne sentencing regime no it has been defined.
Okay. In
the act. The sentencing regime has been defined. Okay. In a situation where the sentencing regime no a court no act and define no oko Criminal Procedure Act 30 section 296 because of your law students you be one watch section 296 yes you see that says section 296 a bit I could define the amount.
Yeah.
And the idea be a first degree felony elbow in section 5 I will extradonum but obesamba section 296 na better say yeah even say a second degree felony na and punishment and sentencing regime the judge must rely on section 296 of the act. In Juba charlatanic advertisement na ubon say a misdemeanor. Actually say a misdemeanor or acting but a man mechre was sentence na was all the any pa.
The OT misdemeanor na say.
Misdemeanor ye bone nketenkete nti bone ne ya hyehyɛ ye first degree felony bone kese te say murder o hijack na opesa utru treasonable offenses opesa okutu abai ene aguo anase o destabilize the country no eno your first degree felony na murder okunkum nipa ne manslaughter no eno so your second degree felony nti o free one man no abasa bone nketenkete which is the misdemeanor still misdemeanor na misdemeanor no say and define punishment obe rely section 296.
Okay, which is
a criminal procedure act.
Yes.
Section 296 act 30. Into be rely na no ba beto say eye bonin ketenkete kra na ye misdemeanor the punishment obetimi dia man not exceeding 3 years.
Okay.
That means that from 1 day a couple 3 years obetimi dia man. So for charlatanic advertisement no judge no ekwahye ye na owie na obema no ni nyina no beba bema ne sentence 12 no say charlatanic advertisement I mean problem about it. Judge no what discretion so obetimi man 1 day obetimi fine no. But my problem was defrauding by false pretense.
Okay.
Defrauding by false pretense no the sentencing regime has been defined.
Okay.
Even the sentencing regime no current define and now rely on section 296 of act 30 now. So section 296 na obetimi classify under the umbrella of what second degree felony.
Okay.
So second degree felony ya bone ne de toso ano odin ya toso mienu. In the second degree felony they are defrauding by false pretense. Or say the sentence should start from 10 years and the maximum should be what 25 years. In the court of first instance ne man 15 years.
Yeah.
That means the police in between. In 15 years no the man. So how come one judge now or you or appellate court no, which is the high court no, or by be sentenced na free on obey in 12 months and then inform the decision. These are the questions to be interrogated. One, so you have to look at it say one court no ehun say defrauding by false pretense anywhere na. That is one of the factors. Court no defrauding by false pretense na okan ho asem no e dey ba dey na judge ne be kan ho asem ye nyina ye read judgment na obon say judge ne se sika ne ye den isua na ye only 1,002 pe enu ntina wode na ba only 12 months what calendar no. So the question is who read the act na ehn fa na akire se sika no eso ana isua na sentence no obetimi ateso. That is the question that you need to ask yourself, because we all are servant of the rules and we need to worship the rules. We are all servant of the laws and we need to worship the laws. So the point I'm making now, ne say defrauding by false pretense no, a man is sentencing regime, and the sentencing regime no started from 10 years, that is the minimum, and the maximum sentence is what 25 years. And a court of first instance, how many 15 years? It will be appeal, nessa will be reduced now. One fact no na and support to charge na. If the fact does not support the charge, it means that the charge should be what substituted. There was all substitute to charge no. Then you order a home sentence is at the man. Here is the case. Maybe I read it that the judge did not talk about the fact itself, whether the fact does not what support the charge. What you say? Or the back question no. Two. The judge talks about say sentence now the man no a sikano na 1,002 pe. But already a criminal act na act 60 na. The air can say act 29 no. The air can say defrauding by false pretense will be used to misrepresentation, induce words. No the dada would you sika and that's what the GBB free one man. It amount to defrauding by false pretense. But the act no did not specify. I say ABA of usika 1 cedi and now of usika 1,002 and the say I was say amount punishment kesiye. The act did not talk about it.
Okay.
So a there be an informal judge in decision na ultimately about 12 months calendar. Even say oba be reduced to sentence na krama na. Because be reduced to sentence na, the minimum sentence is supposed to be 10 years.
Okay.
But any also reducing a 12 months calendar. And here is the case, and yet the first timer, I don't think say or your first time offender. Na informal decision say or your first time offender, and for that matter, me man a 12 months what calendar a punishment. Because I say case a court me a fine and a pain. Enti or you be a is known. And then you can't just say your castle or you known and I say when you're the brush of the law. Into when you're the brush of the law there, then that will inform the decision of the court. Enti
lawyer, you go to court, you stand to defend your client.
That is so.
What do you think might have happened? I bema judge I was ibia ubuateng ne pepe so no obetuna dane no.
Yeah, me that say. You see, I never be bring a common, but I'm not here say me say judge bidin. The point is a state neka, because if you read article 88 plus 1 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the prosecutorial power has been given to Attorney General. On one initiative, individuals cannot initiate any criminal
that is
proceeding.
when it's criminal.
When it's criminal.
Civil,
When it's criminal. That means that in criminal offense, it is very injurious to the state. So the state comes in to maintain sanity.
Exactly.
And Tinama, a republic versus Akwasi Mensa. That means or Agrada. That means that state in why and born intimate me back with a now be no cool and Yamini I am a bonnet, but I am buying a bonnet and Tinama buying. And one who says state in so the state prosecutors, ni state attorney, any idea deco. Only human beings. You understand that if I'm a lawyer and I think that me hear them war of state attorney now. I can even have a discussion. That is a bad practice. But I can have a discussion with the state attorney, say, Mr. Apia, me could Mr. Boamin, and your mamma from mommy. Or your human being, obey Matthias. All these things, it me come. It's because the state attorney, and so a brown no filing the decision now, written submission or they can answer appeal now or they can. State attorney needs to be to me, oppose you. Actually, I said no. Or you're known to the court, when you're the brush of the law. 2, the particular offense near the minimum sentence is 10 years. So giving her 15 years, no, and yet,
so when the state attorney fails, and yet, and from so much judging because the judge there is relying on your submissions.
No, what you said, your submissions, no. In any case, I'm not saying so. Human being be better my fast, but me no me who be and me me one. But state attorney needs to be to me. I yes, I didn't bad. Oh, Felicia Wanya, a republic. A bin a bayaba, a buying case was my enter nolly prosequa, Me fee case natural court. Criminal case from a found bium to Meja Munina. Me 1 year do be so I could in a court. You understand? Near do be so could in a court. So you see that fairness and the equity is not what
I'm at the Ukraine. At times, heavy a person.
In law, when you mean enemy say, you will be a friend, be a friend, mutatis mutandis. Mutatis mutandis means that you have to apply with necessary corrections and necessary amendment. You understand that the Mihun is a wire tia way, now we are a pepper, so yeah, apply same mutatis mutandis. So, if you say my internally prosecute, Mejano. When you know a be informal public, and will be with an anti so be a one in pa. Let us say, Chilubetima Coquapi, and Massanema when you are Diagua, none of mistakes anything. Okay. That is why when you are a judge and you are giving a reasoning judgment, you need to be very careful about the judgment or whatever out. Right. Because when you're careful, Obama, Obicra, and classify and a bino, and so then you're buying an ABI. You see, I'll be an anonymous and Mobi said, this is Muhammad's court. You see the point too. I had said no more can be a kufuados.
I got that in the divine
intervention.
And you know.
Okay, said Odi for a kind divine Matthias.
Yes, and the bedroom apostle very say evangelist no man and men so actually more we say na yakosku odi yakosku doctors will do no man and men and odi yakosku nti montemase say na was sua de ne really and we say madam we were law school K University Kingsley now I send the message say Charlie the man is doing the thing.
Oh, okay.
So, thank you so much. Yeah, so evangelist me share here other issues this week about the one is the MPP presidential primaries and reconciliation. I share reconciliation after the victory Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the reconciliation when we say Omo support in the Japan no asase kasebio ibe campaign about Bawumia bi so ayase mafia tactics bi minority leader omo MPs kura ko Bawumia fie no na oye press conference eni ba na wo be friend no ah wo so nkrofo na twam ha no ja ka che media say challenge no I have to move come right no so e ko bi and then mo say dan asamoa so e kan sem bi a o provoke Ghana for kura titru any asofo a mo ye MPP for kura and are you shocked as an NDC member say we yes see about me win elections
yo Sir Mike medasi emra wo ho nyankopon so wo nia oye
the law is the law
say edru mre bi a nyankopon ma emra no tumi ye nkwase asem wo nipa ani so
exactly
saa na nyame aye no na one wo kan divine no minim say wo station yura o shenkombi eto ho yes samre no everybody would think say yeah it doesn't make sense and for me enyo no nko a efiri ho no ye titi bia nti akoba ne say ya ye hwe emra ene de nyame ahyehye ye hwe ba bi ebe kwa akowie opanyin MPP ensem eba ye bekan ya I think say menya nkomhyeni na the last time me ba platform yi so abranti a no hosti no I have the video me man all the 5 no any obia position obenya not one changed yes me started say make can me who hey
na Dr. Bachidankwa o kan
yes no me ne buy yes okay enti I stated say engineer Kwabna eje Japan obeto so enum samre na make no na enye by any revelation eye me matenka na me de kan ansesa me ni hia e wukuada no before Saturday me ni nyina na call nkran na ponso e kan ye ho na ade a me hu ye no me call engineer nchen one na yire echia kama he is a very warm personality just me approaching na no tene nsa and I me wishing well for Saturday no da mase and I me call na ponso nchen michia na po for some reason michia no obeje so na se dia chichire me I had to control myself and I me wie me free hoboko na metiwa na
mase na reception that is saying na reception
it was quite warm it was good very good enti I said say Dr. Yaweduchum but also a 9 or also 9 make I say Brian but shentemu because Brian no me who say nye the omu 2 year na no hwe that very young very resourceful near the one who say there's a face beer that is passing into best time I was say odene hu shemuni and he did well very impressive show and yeah Ken I don't know say Minua the way I now can know Ken who
yeah he was one of the researchers
okay yes Ken
yeah we pass
I was a member of the Ken team
okay
enti the defeated
oh nice
the most defeated
nice enti for Ken dear no me na nye by any revelation me share Ken ne past life ne all trances any suni banya wada na di in the political space and I share the MPP and their history and I saw say na MPP aye bibia all there but they don't need the Ken as the leader now
but I would say non-delegate no yeah post wa have 4 times omunyina every time be ana Ken lead
yes
and you could see say after the elections no say you observe Kromwa Krom an said that exactly
it's true Kaken winia kayebeti dede more
yes
the reason you say what Ken ne followers dodo na menya research bi I saw the youth and the reason the youth kodi akire you say Ken was preaching jobs and then youth ne pa adwuma
yes
Ken was going round okra se konkonta obema wa hu sichire bi body ani he was being practical say ye betumi aye wey mama me kwan a so the youth wants job ana ye ma menom wo hwe ya ma no so were rooting for Ken the reason he say ne ba wie school mfie ba de o ti fie obi aba o say obema ne ba na nya adwuma na ebi aso no so all that was playing out for Ken but the sad way you say most of them were not delegates most of them were not delegates
but electorate
that is the general way say good and while we MPP system no ye nyina ye wo that delegate system NDC ye de no so say MPP the last way say omo amende omo constitution no ema omo di bi beka ho de but still NDC de no so and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia I said so be wini not because he's the best out of we say no but because of a certain way be a wo say wo hwe nipa numna he had been a running mate for 2 terms vice president 2 terms. So he came with that experience. Even though he had bad experience, you know, whatever, good or bad, he came with that experience. And in 2024, he was the flag bearer. Sa nipa numuye nene pre nyina e campaigning man no e kan ne ho nsɛmpa within a short month. Almost say he is the worst. Can impodie what some of the things normal mienu na can affecting pa sa video no ba beka say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ye liar no. I think say ne handless no. I don't know, so no one yo say it was a planting or no. That was the usual ken yenim, and he thought say or be nearly coffin no with that we say no. One a dropo na yini papa. And then the second thing or say Abraham moye the signing of the peace pact, you know. Sa subai no koda nedi. No babonte beka say even though doctor is me and sani nyina no obi anhwe and almost sign to make it look like they are not diligent when it comes to documents and going through it to find the details near the. But minua me tihei me wo ma go through elections. Yes, I am Rabia. You didn't come out with a copy. And to the final way no for the cameras to show the world say what would unsashe BBS, but your more copy ma wisham uo in Zambia untiasia you can draw the attention. One yet now you come and make it look like omo de sabi omo packing kind na wonku na wo packing kind. How? And na ehɔ no so saa de no so hete no. So going forward no nya ken nko ye nyina. I'm a young politician and I'm learning. Let's learn from these things. Now the reconciliation say minye be 3 minutes.
1 minute.
Reconciliation no. The me hu ye say MPP Oma postpone omo problem kese na pa no and oma tackle kuma na ewo mu no. The reason you say being a student of politics say ye nhihye na ye sha see free MPP from the polling station and this your friend branch ye sha see free wo a na say obi wo soro wo say obekọ even constituency obekọ region obekọ national flag bearership na omuma omani bedi polling station and our branch elections in echi. It brings that competition, no, obia per se, ne crofo bam, because they form the delegates from that level, ne kosoro no. Inti polling station and our branch ward, unya crofo or omona going to constituency no, ombeyi omo kind. Not just say you can tell from afar, say, where we need inti me one vote to her, where lusu, mashoto one is idea. The MPP decided to do it top to bottom. And I think say enka omo free form there will be that competition, that conflict na mu wia mo atena se asolve issues no form ho na mo dey call region issues ba mo solve na mo dey call national. Then naturally the flag bearer you see pass we dia say omo ye ne sa nka Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will have it not easy at all. I could see say nka Brian at the resources beba form ho Ken at the resources beba form Emma ayed de every form ho na nkomo siesiom na omako yisuro no. Now is Dr. Mahmoud Baum ye hu se police stations no nye obi an pe Dr. Mahmoud Baum. In fact we share resource na Brian ewini regions bi, which means Brian will hold on that
he won voter region.
Yes Ken nso enya regions ni bi what you say inti work koye no osoro de obi wo ho di wa chipa one wonenam. But na kuma muna wa sign dada. So MPP problems in Ankasa afe na ebe shase. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wo problem papa. Okay. And in fear no so also for him.
Dr. Sedu, me say evangelist. Dr. Sedu. What went wrong?
Ebi me five free baby aminu ani this year. Me did say problem kase ba ko a affect mass our resource we buy top bottom down approach na you use here.
Okay.
Because most of the delegates now honor the koto abadada omo koto abama Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Duko Joshua abanu a poyando he momuto na narjini na omana sa koto ye.
Enti se oma sa do omo boss aba se ye ne de mo ba you and some of them was also using this status say and I'm so omona e wo ho na ye beto yidie na constituency for die ansan yetu area ansan na constituency for na besa behwe so emo ma to delegate for die no omo pape nom di hu abeto omo so say na ma anto amaye candidate na yenso ye ba e be yima firim so sa bottom down top down approach no amwa mbacho wati the meeting that was one of the major issues and adeba kun say election there okwa MPP delegate system no ya madin kan ka say nipa bebre na ayedai ewo old year omo etoma the previous former candidate and was abeye candidate no eno nti no bebre na hwe say o ene yensa anto anu so biem said the yensa anto anu so biem message no yedai ekoi enti ne nkofo dodo na ewo grounds no ewo base no enti omo sa de yensa anfa anto anu so biem ne mbra ne yesa aka so okay yenso ye ba moma yeto anu so a yenso ye ba mo so ye be dai ye beto am so enti sa niema no dai eteki it's one of the
and I think
factors.
at a point in time you were using a wrong campaign message. One was say yede ba omi akọ wantimi anwini onye good candidate Ghana form pe so say no komo to market na na ken call contest no so anwini a enka mo nsan ko campaign say ken so san ko bi
on say Mike who follow me interaction any other year tambia me catch or even off air conversation me catch or say me I always speak to issues and facts. You share MPP abakwasem to say the better hand here kana candidate bia nu a waba wakọ second third time the previous one or be fire one fan number sini bia yede anka ho it's only Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono kwa na the candidate na obeso no votes are wunya in general election already soon about 33%. And it was a fact, the data is there. And it's any power no mind you say sabre no cranson yes sir register new voters be 2 million but ono so ba wasamba beteso di akufo ade nya no data no me pa che what I say and it's okay can't have fact we nyina boma it is telling you on the face value say Ghanaians based on that data no they don't want that candidate but what they mention and internal election here so definitely the other candidate will pull some of the factor and the opponent no they in favor no it doesn't necessarily mean oh see a koto abana man there we cannot talk something but what that was the fact and the fact and so there you cannot do away with the fact but however here comes the case say delegates koto abana said the naminu yi Ken was preaching solutions for the current issues of Ghana. So some of us are yedi Ken chino. Me they say and a lawyer in my education can say now say he was also or he's a team Ken. But I enter you move in yedi na chino. Ne yesre delegate say omonto abama honorable Ken say a solution or war demand the major canker of this nation which is unemployment issues. And be any discipline a whole lot of things are now there can wasem however delegate a koto abano nso kire say there be a woman say Ken was our solution we nyina nanso we ne ye say dey yemfa no nko ye ni hwe ebeka abawo ye to ye no obi antimi nka say ye wiem because results na buy no it was reflecting everywhere baby I said the call yeah adanse asokwa baby ameme call yeah other polling stations constituencies results na ban it was in the same line I just said delegates ni nyina na decided do na say ye papa no enti yemfa papa ne dey enko the rest I can say MPP ku no ye ba dey ye be ba be kan ye ho abom na ono leader no so I see a delegate ni say yemfa nko no ono ba be kire ye message a yemfa nko because said an American Ken was having a very rare message Ghana for Ejitum dodo na ebeto aba 2028 no epe sa solution epe sa message no youth ne matan no energy can message or the day no or the any campaign no eno delegate anto aba ama no enu nti no candidate e di na ba no so ono so epe message ebeye in line with the neck can day ka ho asem no dodo no na etimi apuli dodo na ewo form na eje kan message no tum no na 2028 etimi aboaye enya sa ebeye din amaye. The truth is the truth. Me tambia meka me se nokore eye ba akopɛ enu nti eba enka bomu sem na mesre se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ene ni team no enhwɛ se obede omobeka party no nyina dodo no edi emfa ho ne ba bi obi kodi ye because obi akodi obi achi wo botaye bi obi akodi obi achi yahu bi pen 2028 ni e wa abamu eye alankash ne your friend is Akufuado ye to abawie ya when they sidelined alankash people it affected the general election.
Has there been signs of sideline after this premise, you know?
Sisi amenya
bi asase ana
say na wa akra wo mabi miminya hu bibia
wa we lecturer wo support we no
so far I don't have because process campaign semne sa niema no yen constitute campaign teams any ade no en share danye den enko so enu nti no mintimi nka ba me ma we instance from past evidence e wo ho sa Alan time no wo mu sideline ne enko no emma ne nkwafo ni bebre no nso no antimi ankoka campaign no ho anko di akire ema effective party no the same way I can also tell you last 2023 when the showdown staffs ania man yade ebinum so etetran and this time no lesson akofe asumdwe mu delegate decided enu nti no Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ni team no enso nhwe se enipa bia na omo ada camp na omo de omo beboa ebe matim na akoyie no omfa omomeka ho na ebiem no yanhwe ye message ye dey come that is the main thing because what kind
of message in the say about we are failing in economy so he can't speak to the economy.
That is what I'm trying to say.
So maybe you have to look for other people to speak to the economy.
Not
for Baumia.
Not in that in the sense we still have some time to go. The economy the government can mess up, but we have to have other alternative solution.
Lawyer Remo. Now, I think that one person one about affected the attitude. M1 MPP pa Mohammed Anasamoah. The musician.
No MPP in India.
What I say?
I MPP in India.
One MPP in India. Also, I can be my baby. Munyi nti buza MPP ni o.
Maybe there me hu ne sabia o ya MPP ni nti.
Sa.
Obona nwom na bia to da na wabobia ma MPP.
Also MPP ni.
Okay. So no na claim there because me hu nti me kasa me be kasa yi. Uma me akwanya me I'm going to talk good about Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. That's all. And the lapses that led us to into opposition. That's all. Once he has been elected as candidate, I'm only going to talk
because my men come out here and attacking Prophet Bernard, attacking Miankasa, Missy EU, Kofi Amponsa, Apostle General, and I think Prophet gave a prophecy.
Yeah.
And on Monday, me can remember me you can say. Then come so share no conditions. Yeah, to I say come.
Yeah.
I say come. In na abem. Me madam be share no come so be ko US. Wawu ya last 2 years wawu ya.
I mean family dey be nyam fato.
Yes.
Ya share me come Abrana me second year student to University of Ghana say me a lawyer. Me ka say so for nka no kore. Nti me nsi obi. I say we a lawyer no me hu say yes ma political appointment. And I say me free one am say so for on kan
no kore.
Me nsi obi. Nti that day no kram ka say asoro kra me nko bi. But do you know? But my lawyer.
Here you are. You are a lawyer.
I'm doing politics.
So,
I
just say, that's what say. Never you know kind of appointment one day you get.
So,
and I wonder my exactly. I wonder my many year. I'm saying, Mama me odi for the no back here war studio no studio the no after the elections no. If you can get me that one alone. You see what? Yes, any. Yentie prophet apostle Kofi Ampo Sam.
Canada mon kan no. Yes. Mon record it. Obi an recording to us. Kai menye kwen e won ho. Paswa, me kra 2023 me command check. So montom mfanto mobile phone. 16 regions no mfanya communication. Obi hwe me kan on the budget check.
94.1 Edum Kumase.
But odowrade. I believe. Who no sa no. Yes. And obi odon man Jeremiah 29:7 say Money show man yeti.
Oman dia.
Osofo me kra me tia Kennedy do oman chairman.
I believe.
Enti me na mawrade nyankopon di mu say
speak with passion.
Kennedy be di 70 years no your man pani oti akonya nso.
I believe.
4.1 FM.
Osofo be na bon nyum say man na di kosi say.
Yo di Kofi Ampo.
Sir.
Yes.
Mon kan che Kennedy say. Mahaja ki Ghana konya.
Yes, I believe.
Ni boni Mahama free soa.
Jesus.
Canadian transfer obi antimi traga.
I believe. Come Amadona.
Say the Lord. Say oko 64 years Canada. Mon kan no.
Yes.
Mon record it. Obi a recording to us. Kan menye kwen.
Yes.
I want ho. Paswa. Me kra 2023 me command check.
Yes.
So montom mfanto mobile phone.
Prophet
say enunti no e bia nipa no enye
enti na meka se e ma me ana wi aso bi o ma aduane ade no me ken asefem fa madwuma. So there is no way I will stand somewhere and speak evil against King. And then I know once upon a time he fed me. And I think say me was sorry I prophecy. Me call a House of Ezra. Me call House of Ezra. We me suffer penny on House of Ezra. Kofi Asante Reverend or matter is suffer. You understand? But I believe in prophecy.
Yeah. Oh yes.
You get a point. It is a prophet a key pronouncement. Wakanya mi adwene. But I don't know Nyankopon say Yesu tintesu.
God reveals to redeem.
And or they find friend or kaza go dey. Ongo nsu tade no. Wango ankara ni bete. Exactly. Yen twa ho na yenya aboafo nkrato mra. Ye ba. Ye beto aso na ye di nkomo. Ye je nkata ba sisia. Ye ba sisia.
animal boss be brain to me person mess say a tier for time. One of them the last statement said Baumia is a liar. That statement a cast slayer. So the day that I listened to it because Minya Kennedy Yebra Penny Kennedy or do or minor Anna Adiebe Sina Koma, choir of fast the reaction will be on the background. To so tears and one say you want to make grand a can statement and not the attack. Dr. Mahmoud Baum.
Me not me blame the handless.
Yes.
Why they are obese of come and
absolutely.
The background went to me and said no, with them.
Absolutely. Into and on a horse statement and say, damn it is as and I'm say, Kai, delegates be the best free because of this statement.
So, lawyer, who? Ya shall come. But maybe wo near man kitibia.
Absolutely.
I also want to free one through Emma.
And come.
Ya shall come say, we say now, sorry. Masem we example na
yes.
So at times no one so you have to be disciplined to receive that commissioner.
Absolutely. Enti o share sa statement and sign in hono. We say most often o share delegates na more na biso ye mpanifo because the former for enyina bekeka ho. Na hu ni say more na ye mpanifo bebra o musu gina omana so. Obi wa obehwe udimi na ade enti ade me makakra bi to osini ewo ye camp no eno na lead to yayin ana most of nipa bibra na tayechi na omonye delegates di me ya na omoka se delegate system yan scrap no offer ya na me manage ho because delegates no obekọ akoto aba no de wompe na de ama ho enti me hu se Ghana for na ekoto aba at the end of the day mo me card bearing members ekọkire se den kan DC ye no but na eka to sini kakra bi a kan DC de kan ho anka mani wie peye enti ye ne sa ene obi ote obi oye card bearing member oye true patriotic bia no sase mo meka no say e was second constituency in executives no man betimi identify nipa or the real MPP and real NDC eto hu say nipa we say we dey na champo committee no homa no ye de omo na gina omo so de aye album no e every polling station bi and dey nya the entire constituency no e betimi am nya the real members of the party on betimi ato aba and that one help us near scrap delegate system na nka dey free one. However, by na party ni pe or the constitution aba amo amend na me age atum. Now, Yemra is Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Say yes, reconciliation. I was here say party ni wo different or divergent views are. Nessa ye base ye be reconciliation. I was here you bury the hatchet. Na ye forward for the betterment of the party. Me who say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia enkechi. My mema a typical example. Na me o ken team. But na nya dia na me support to attack ne say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia elusu massively to NDC in terms for that matter yen changing no na enunti de ne ba enye no me believe in ideologies of Ken enunti na me kan say Ken yem fanoma but Dr. Mahmoud Baumia party ni lusu bia na ne emblemu presidential candidate opa hwade e free John Boadu no so ba enyina anytime MPP presidential candidate bia ebe lusu bia no party executives na sake wo mo opa hwade John Boadu 2020 before 2020 what they call power sa party ni lusu ye na omopam John Boadu to us there how come this time Dr. Mahmoud Baumia there e koduru no so ye ka chance the presidential candidate was blamable e didn't na presidential candidate ni ye ka so no na me lusu but per the parties no history no we won't say anytime the party loses power to a different political party biano executives na modern no nyina all of you will be voted out including John Boadu 2020 he was voted out massively and Adema Justin Frempong Kodua enti na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia de drew ne pencil olusu ye na ka chance wa me lusu massively and for that matter or not Dr. Mahmoud Baumia enko
Kodua de all no na party no power
yes but me point say John Boadu mo time no what led at the end of my two John Boadu free so
okay uncle I said 2020
general election on na ya lusu
the part more lose 2020. So Nanado was still the president.
Yes,
but I think the
vote it was too close performance. And any time the party fails to perform, Biana so be lose power Biana. All executive, including chairman, secretary, BBA organizer, near the Yabonsi Yapamon. But Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Kolusi, on presidential, candidate, on attacking.
Okay,
a honor and to be honest with you. But Adia Bakwa Mehune say, or you're very humble, affable, sober, calm, be who wears some intelligent, very industrious. So when the demeanor, the good people of Ghana mupo be or brand on wase. I'm not saying
Ghana for Pobi or Dim Puntu Beba, Maya.
Yes, I know you one, Professor Moss. Professor Moss. Professor Moss. But I'm saying that now that
Ghanaians want somebody.
Thank you.
Obet me a Jumana
fine senior.
Am I a top petro?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I graduate.
Ghana for person. Senior. But my catch was says, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, I am a presidential and there is nothing bad I will talk about Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. I'm telling you.
And I'm having
because may heaven corner but the point I'm making is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, me can say you're blending ideas at all. Never blended Kennedy or Japan and Dr. Brian what the Canova obey superb. There is no candidate at NDC in the bar, obey to me a matching. And then a Musa Dankwa kind. What they are saying, don't catch your bar on to me matching. What the 50 quid bar on to me matching.
I see.
What they a bar, a Jane,
or can I say candidate be ain't me much about?
Or sit there, ya the Baumia a bar. Sa ni penuma and this year, nipa or maybe bombing. Be anywhere in a bar, obey me.
Looking at the ABC. Breya Equia, Mama Mamuana.
No, as it stands you see, what the good people of Ghana fail to understand, and they met Yamina so kakra, and to say be a behano. What the good people of Ghana fail to understand is the people of Ghana, the almost say or say dollar legina as to a dear ma dollar legina, the Nipani Musano, as a dear ma dollar legina. To be back at times, and I'm this can go on man fair in a dollar, no be the abegina on the offer. The only man say. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Madol Legend. I wish His Excellency John Dramani Mahama successful years ahead of him. I said, na memo intiminko ye non fa Ghana NCA. Notwithstanding some MPP ni.
Sure.
The reason being that says so to me any this time I me home so bad ebetome. But Ghana for ye dan ya edu baby on be here alternative.
Yeah.
Intime washing the world. Yeah. Intime pie bonus say because but media me pesa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and say any kwan say osese sika ya pegu ho Ghana ye reserves me sika $10 billion and wafa no de agina the dollar. You see your basic economics and say when you export more than importation or balance of trade unya deficit but ubenya surplus. But when you import more than or exporter you get balance of trade deficit. Basic economics. So the point is, wafa we now de udi agina would now on fa ne bi ankwa into si bi anyway export to afi na fugu okosha yenya na enye so mo sere president say eye ma atade no wahye but ade animonyam aba ndi so betimi export to fugu no more ami enya more foreign exchanger e de agina dollar na it will help for how long? And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama betimi a continue afa every year they are $10 billion at the original dollar. Okay. So the subsequent years of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia was solution to that this time. Because why you born again?
I like the word this time.
This time. His Excellency former president, former vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, it was solution to that. As our reserves no on finance anka. But now obe ma obano sonko ahohare so animonyam so and say different what they beba or minor team ye by blending all ideas of 5 aspirants no mujina any nyina together. No then near different and sanding back.
Me say we are coming akwa bia e de tie ija okodem kakra no bae na we say owi ade na de kotum ija he ya take ija owi ade de kotum ti obaye na owura fio na man ba ko obede wa esere masesa
yes
sese dia masesa
yes ti said there is Excellency John Dramani Mahama ko fie na obesesa no
okay
as you see almost all your wonders
yeah
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ebe the most wonders
I like them that so we are media fan said Mahama ko fie
na osesa no
mo amaja to so oye adwuma
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ebe ye de bebro eso
right well nyame admo china House of Ezra asore be koso nti mo amutie no the man of God is still man of God nyame enwosra eguso a eye adwuma bra na ene nyame nko a ne nyame mfra emehie mu na enya asore no nkro na asore asase achekwa no nkro dumienu na yapon na say de papa pon tempa nyame admo china asoro so nkwanta House of Ezra bra na bompa esa so na Ezra Vast Day party no baso nyame admo na week wo Champion Hotel 150 Ghana cedis and I would tria mo ye double a ono odofo bi e ba wo sister bi na ne tifie ono na e ba o yere o girlfriend bi anasa woni bi kura no a bra na onso no ebe pe odofo enso e champion hotel Santasi nyina mo ho e na e wo 150 Ghana cedis. A whole lot of activities because of live band and so it counseling session, comedy, scrabbles, pick and art, and I feel relationship coaches ni na because na I feel buffet kese pa gihok F4 sponsor gihok boy prime water boy Kobe Jones phones boy mo perfie and so boy do me electricals boy noble one pastries and I feel Teresa Jasmine Rice so me na no boy me edwuma no etumi Abraham. Now evangelist yen share the two issues time no kopa, but I think we can do justice to that. Kotoka International Airport to be renamed as Accra International Airport, and the Bimu Council Ashase Air Castle Kabayan Kempe or Penibia Orga another free gun Wabaji Dini and Tono, and then Mahu minority the Castle and this for Pesco to Kankwa Bakopo Young Renia Wabaji Dino Bono you cried in the free on 40 and one. And then the issue of the president being ranked 5th. We are seeing now say one penny or the development by the mem not general for Pano. You can we are seeing now Tosunum. Okay. Yankan in the next 7 minutes. Okay. Yes.
Medasi say Mike say Uti Edin pra why din about forget me. Insu Nipa good. Okay. Inti ye wo bibi wo ho a edin no eda so right. Nyankopon bo ade no o ma nipa tumi se ontoto ade edin. Inti edin bi a wo beti bia no e wo a certain history behind it. Eden akotoka ofri abusuam ofri region bi oye obi de hye. Enne ye bodin kotoka na ye nhwe ne oye ya nsa na obedru sampempenso no a omo be ye cool no and a buy a trim ain't for me the airport no the history will tell you abrofono eyusu ho as omo base ni ade eno achi no osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah AC airport no ye na international kotoka ene ne nkrofo betu no bia no mpo ehwa na ye shutu kotoka enti adaso ache but anytime a ufri abontin na oni ahoho eba o man no mu no omo ye inquisitive omo bisa kotoka no ye hwan then you are forced to give that history no ene say akoba ne say aban wei e de nkrata e ko parliament ma yatena so ne asesa di no ne ye de akọ Accra International Airport osajefo na siye no one funny di antoso no two ni di Accra International Airport na mene dodo na egitum se saade ne ye eya adwen ebinum pose ke yamfa Kwame Nkrumah di ntoso ebi se yamfa ehemfu bi edi ntoso ne ade ne nyina ma scam out obi ankyere na adwen but de dodo no beka no na yage atuma na yete yi
ba o ma no ke ehia sa ye wo ma no hia se beka ho ebedi ho nkoba badwendwene ho
ye ehu hia airport the gateway the dom efri amanone eba o man no mu oti asenti ehu hia omo esusu se ehu hia no omo baaye no na omo so change di omo nsi ye kura na omo de on party mpanyifo edi ntoto so enti edi ntuo no ehu hia me mpese mestre chenu pi mene wona esusu se ye change edi no eya adwen obi amfa na adwen kyerembra Accra International Airport ene ye wo Accra reset agenda wo ho nti se ye maintain Accra International it ties in na ye nyina anim Accra reset agenda no eno nso nia ode aba ene edin a ode oman yeje now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama anope baby a wo bia mechia no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebi say he is the luckiest president. I don't believe in luck, I believe in grace. Nyame ana aye ne sa enti ne atie bia no nyame bekoso ahye nanimonyam sa me pe obi a grace nyame adom wo no so nyame adom wo so a ufie baabi a wobekọ bia no wo ye nhirama sa nkrofo no nti obi a nyame adom wo no so bia eho na me tiltiko ono mo abisa president Mahama oba ede no waye na de onye hwe kura no ye president nhirade ewom me meti hai I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
Nti ne wo dwen no wo ho no then na wo ye na adom na ebi ni wo so nti die minim no ye hwe Divex international paper bia almost say ewiase nyina the 50 most powerful leaders wiase nyina o say Mike wo wo mbi me wo mbi
most powerful leaders men ka ho me ya me duro
yes na me che no ka ho de but say ye top 50 na Ghana man panyini ani dinde His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene tosu num wiase nyina na almost say obaye afi ba akopei omo attracting for a very long time wabra no ye legislature or ye MP obeye minister deputy substantive minister any so obeye running mate vice president president ne oma tracking ahwe ne nhihye na yade a eso omani omuhu se papa na ni so ade hunu ayade a esun yie nti wiase nyina omo abono sa amode sa abaso body na man I feel say Ghana ni bia must be proud and na why you proud asha ufugu no ma menka fugu story bi nkyerɛw emre bia ye nyini wo nhia so no na president Rollins osha na long shirt sha sie ba bia no osha pa edurumre bi ye mpatem ukoshe fugu ayese ade wo ye NDC ni ana because of Rollins and na ye tumi abaye nimu ama obia to mishebi and I must applaud even your MPs ni ade endra sa wo hwe ya ase agrodi ase MPs dudu na hwe fugu from the MPP from and it's beautiful and a lawyer the ade bi a kire me wonim say wo betumi akoton fugu wo Zambia e to wonder so wo mayi to afri sa no ma no so fugu so enti ma obi adwuma wo sirem yan hwe ye ampo she obi a she bi obi de beto Facebook say eya ne ya so wonni bi woni fie meme wo be ekonanim me wo ho a menuanom e wo sirem omu se ma hye bia no ma ye foforo de abrem ne
ade se me meche me fugu ne baako
wanya kan ebeji wunsem
meche me
ebeji wunsem
mo meche me papa no ba abrem papa ne bi
egu abeti ehun say yes mu ayedu wuyi gu a wo say wayi bibi enti
ya boy show no de
for some reason for for some reason we say ya na frama enti yenkoso and I'm thinking say we need more of a normal a foreign exchange bebre ene emre bi na ye koko ene koko ho nsam yenim de eko emre bi na ye gold ene yenim ene fugu abeka ho yempe normal more ye betumi de akọ amanone na foreign exchange ne yanya bebre na ye hu se reserve na ye de eso cedi no mu no enya kwa na emom ye adwuma sa dollar ne mbra mu no ye adwuma na dollar no wo de ba wo de hyemu se dwadi ni no obenya bia efo se be ya na no ma obeton no ayefo ma me nso ma tobi enya bia to enti ye nyina ye mmo ye hu abaso mebo abaso wo de multi purpose na omuka ye ubetumi de akọ abosomdem ubetumi de akọ ahimfie ubetumi de akọ ayie ubetumi de akọ asore bia.
Thank you Evangelist Richard Doc
Sir Mike
what I mean too Mahama boss body and renaming of Kotoka International Airport me colleague back the Kotoka or how you me cast my mind back I say me buy no I said much about Kotoka I'm so okay but or your lineage I'm so okay
Sir Mike me fafri o man pani abaso body a wanya the bia na me ka say ye ya amanyo sem ba die enti na ye yese ye man no ebe dey enim bebe nyam enu na me hwe video bi Cameroon ni bi wose wonte ase say Europeans no ne Americans no mo ba Africa country ba ko pe no di nkan ba Ghana. Obia kwa when I went to Ghana. So the guy was so furious. Say, African, we have 54 countries. I didn't know obia ba no kwa na Ghana ho asem no wonka others nka ho. Eno kyerɛ o baabi a how ya position ya man na sesi a ɛwɔ amanone. Ne senti omampani abaso body na wanya no. It doesn't go to NDC and it doesn't go to only any other person. A position your country no esi baabi say on my top 50 near ka say omampani bi to so 5 na nye France na nye your friend is saying enye Netherlands ho baabi enye other top European countries name of African president a bet dragi nipa dia baha e na papa we ye nti a ye boni din se wo ka ye yi nipa akese enuma wo leaders akese enuma wo wiase a ye de ne ye de e ka ho entu saade no e be sele ye man no se de na ye nuanom no ka no afi ye hwe ye papa no second time na osofo ana evangelist kasa no wo se eye grace na lawyer nso kasa no so se eye lack ye can grace ni nyina lack ni nyina bi boma eniema bi favor bi na ye can international incident dollar ye say abafom enye empo reserve no nko a ye park 10 billion na ye spending nko a. When you look at the global incidents are happening now, US and other top nationals any good terms, so they are not trading with their dollar. Because of this, dollar and power no see there ebafom. And these are factors we nyina no ebeka ho a abeba bebe ababe favor. Mbaje oti de mechire no. Si yini nyina si nchen a papa na ma ya ni onyam. Na afa ye mra for meba na metiu. O kan asem bi se na se do oti amanone ne se o mampani ne tosu numa me amete fom ha no so me so mete sen ye ba fom a ye woni amani bia wa ya ye betimi aka ba the fam bebre no so no wontimi nyeniye
yes
e ba adwuma sem mabuna adwuma sem a ye nuanom no ba ye e be ka ho asem a say dollar hwan na emo ye mra fom no e mabunu ni nya adwuma anye
ebinuso kroma nya adwuma ye
enni ye nyane etie ebinum so anya adwuma ya fa na adwuma no appointment letter ebinum anya appointment letter na enso sika ye ntua ne ka enu nti wasema na wo kan mimiti o no kan say quote on quote
yeah
enya na papa no we de o treni your friend say kamia ye say wo treni your friend say corrupt people wadua wo de kan no nkyere say directly no papa ni training nkofo by indirectly ya mama adwuma na ye ntua meka say ekwan bi say me fa kwan bi so ye de edidie mbaje wate de mekere no enu nti no ye besere say ye papa no nya
TV mon komra short commercial break 2 commercials mon twamra
enti ye boni din amanone e wo gina west stage ye de wo sika se carry ye man no don't see anything wrong with that. Nemom a change no happening. Na ye ka Amstead. Sisi ayesi asesa ye din. We are waiting say official communique Beba University wo na yetimi a change e de akọ Usted. Say yes sir, enyama de ba your friend say financial cost, rebranding, a whole lot of things and a bed. It's a ye sha. Abandon consider Sanya man na intimi MY.
Said they working say the cotton Canada. You ya na mia mene sofu kofi ni enso ya di agenda no.
Baba
yara nso baba yara yi nim na ha. Nim baba yara wa ha ne enso akoye na di aja. Ya de mia me na ya santoa sports stadium. Na bu nse ne na afi na ISMP so that is that. Cancel.
Yo, me that so the short one me no makasa, o makasa bebre ya me person me waste time more. You see ba
microphone on me. Good.
Yeah, ba kwa me person me kasa fa ho. Sir President Mahama, fine, me congratulating and say yes, you the fifth most powerful. But in fact, let me read the detail of the SRDVX on detail. No, na me huni omo patch. The point is, Okaso be the most powerful leader in development. I don't me na me person me who the nitty-gritty and other ingredients timima or the most powerful leader. You know one of the things I will mention here. I say or they 24-hour economy at the buyer. It's one of the factors. When I took my time the whole night just to Google, just to find out what really went in. At the Munti almost the most powerful. And yes, I may envy President Mahama, and I said, me wish no, me congratulating and say that Sama me president at the Animunia Minua Casafa and Timmy Besser me con. But the point is, a dear pan original so also the most powerful. One of them is the 24-hour economy. Me no me and 24-hour economy be. I say 133 shift 1 that you see me 24
na abade
o ma pass bill no but eno anka sakra no me nya huni yes e besi market you see mama my understanding of 24-hour economy short one you see when we talk of when I happen to be in the United Kingdom ade me huni say omo na the real 24-hour economy. The reason being that more policemen have been recruited.
Okay.
And policemen every street our United Kingdom will be who police ni wo. Or petrol. And to bon say our shop be as that no na man mo bon say eye adwuma. E bo anaju 2 o'clock kro bia betima koto ade. More machinery, capital. Yakasa capitalization obi any machines. Ya import more and say United Kingdom everywhere bon say industries the machines here adwuma. Then security light system echo so kama people can afford to pay. And to bon say open aso adwuma kra na oba na 2 o'clock offer us that ubenya aduane ato na ubenya bibi ato edi policeman e protect ubon say wo yira kra police ni do kofi. That is what is meant by 24-hour economy. Now so oba ye han ma 24-hour economy no mobile money vendor bia ni one more bit ma betna
about 7
no because I'm Roberts beba be bonu tu ekuno what you say because ade be chine ni pafunu da sa na man aban fa enema bia entu ya ban import machines bia so a eye adwuma anadwene nyina ka say eye adwuma the aban kan say ministry as na court bi e betena se no 1.6 o'clock say court bi tena se no 1.6 o'clock aye 24-hour economy sa aban e dey share the manifesto mu say 24-hour economy are based on this ultimate can say diverse or the most powerful leader now. You see, these are some of the things I
say okay.
No, I just pick a sample.
Was one
yes, it's 1 out of 10. And you know me pe detail of any amount of bosso. But me kanya mi hunu de any amount no aboboso. Or see in development. Into what development? And I okasa found. Because at times somebody near maybe bar, it has to be subjected to what? I always subject it into a scrutiny. Yeah. Peruse it very well. To ascertain say the empire ko muntia was say only 24-hour economy one mention after we are also in development his excellency John Dramani Mahama by development ben why even Swami interchange kra na ye 4 lane also ye ni 2
40
thank you
yes
40 also ye ni 2 because he can
I think one council sent me that way say or say me read it through na me we are trying to say you benya the sector minister no on one can statement on that.
Yes, at the end inform moment you say 40 and half or they call 2 tier.
Yes.
Because also minister. You see, The reason I'm assigning to it now say sika na aban ni. So aban na timenya $10 billion they stabilize the economy. Now gold board enya sika ni bi na bi e ka kwara san ba. Bank of Ghana ni we mu hunu de waboka na. Ye nya bi mfa nko. Either the government no person of finishing in term na ka so no na awie so am interchange. That is my point.
But do you think say your party NPP will have any balls to speak to Swami interchange?
Oh, but the mere fact that say my party nentimian completed does not. That is why we were voted out. The mere fact that say yentimian complete does not necessarily mean say yensu yentimi monitor by na say yenkushi aban no man nya the right.
Ambition munya aye ne de amoka kire Ghana fo sika wo ho na ye be wie within 3 years ne ade amoka kan nyina no omo so ba won say bia sika na wo ho ntimi wie project no. So let's do it in this way.
Enti sika ni o mem nya na say economy ya gina sika bia wo mu abibia ekoye President Mahama ebu ma yiye ana omunya sika nya 40 no na omukọ no 2 tier because Swami interchange ye hia 40 ye hia 2 tier. I said the good people of Asante region sorry now me for last one renaming no renaming now mo name no enka me nko ade a Accra for ni si Kotoka International Airport e dey tin na wasa nkrani ni de metie Facebook na obi say eye me de samo den kran e din ba beto so
da fie ma papa na proposition ke be ya emfa
aden enten e wo ko rename dia aden na former president Jerry John Rawlings or JB Dankwanom or Nana Ya Santoa otumfo nom Gama nchenom empenifo bi o ma ba ekura o ma aboa development of the country aden na ne on fan komom. But you see I have to look at the cost. Renaming no and rebranding now ba be ni nyina niam bebre be sesan Kotoka International Airport. What is the quantum of money? The government should come out and ne hia me. Na says can ye wese de 40 interchange na so am hono ma enye yi ana. These are my issues. But I don't care about renaming. Right. Renaming na the other baby about the quantum of money I will be spending no. Any the nipa bi for renaming no. E ho ne me issue.
Just 5 minutes to hit the hour, just 4 minutes, yes, to hit the hour 10. Hi Ezra TV Ezra Radio. You free OKATAKYIE FM you near back home atwana no one say be call. Na ya ko jam abusua ene sister station OKATAKYIE FM. Na ochina House of Ezra be ya so for kodu an pay me chia pa na me chia Apostle General Kofi Amponsa ene Mama Angie wa unya hu se nyame papa adwuma no unya na ehu ye na nyame mi wani na ehunu hu se unyame akwa unyame egusu a ode no adwuma pa birthdays na fi omoma me omo final submission na enko so MCA obobu my birthdays no na ye nhwe sorry so brass of my men so ebeto aso ro nyame asem a nkwa wo mu na ehwam so ede aba MCA mama birthdays no the legend mama enin Mrs enin adape me chia opa se me bana me bepe anwa mo bidi Porsche edu yebo a ene Porsche woda Solomon wishing you happy birthday Easter Porsche happy birthday to you. Then comfort ata fun ase kokoben ene ye won so awoda from Honorable Justice Bafo ewua I wish you happy birthday so nyame hira na onye okese. And then the David Tumasi enso I wish PSC Papa B and I woda David me aminu David Tumasi I say I wish you happy birthday nyame hira na onye okese pa dog 30 seconds na yes sorry
as a mic the ye kan na aka say MPP ya nya to aba awie the aka ne say ye nyina e be kan ye ho abom na party no yetimi ede party no ayede aba power the manfo kan say o man no ayeye man na ye NDC ye adwuma no enye adwuma bia saa na omo yede omo ye there are a lot of factors na yede influence wo mo nti ye kan ye hu bom ne the ideas no from all other 5 aspirants no ebe kasi ani a na ye share ideas I believe say the party can come into power yenya ne sa ye ne sa a bit ma boa yen e ma next government no ebe ye MPP government
ofri adanse ni this year pa a lecturer Amstead yet to be given another name. Evangelist
Sir Mike, yakono, ma memfa sa akwan we so nchia so adehie nyina. Na menkai omo se mbabunu bi akeka won ho abom a omo ko no omo frɛ ne nchia so welfare group. A omo se omo de beboaboa omo ho asoso omo nsam apagya omo ho akosoro.
Omo NDC for na nchia so for in general.
NDC for wom ye nyina ye wom.
Enya political we bia.
Ye nyina ye wom bi. Se ye boaboa ye.
Wom bi dia na NDC for.
Me ye NDC ni na se me wom na wo se ye NDC for ku a me pedoma NDC inti se nhia so nyina be ye NDC for. Omo se awie nomiensa empa mu kono omo hia mu o Champion Hotel ewo enyina mu hono na omo akeka omo nsa ase kakra enti me bom panyifo na ba so nyame ya aduma me so meba me de ba bi a party wo no mani gi ho pa ye nyina embra say Mike bomode na bra say wo kai de other one
me kai o board member the Masnet board member Edema Gold Ball Jewelry, a member of the NDC communications team.
Yeah, President Mahama.
Yes,
me we na me da Coca Ashanti region no akase Coca omonkai no. Coca chama ode no kwaku apia na ma kire kwa South adehie nyina me last statement na Ghana for omunya nkai ma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Oba foforo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia eba foforo wo kwan foforo said there His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edane ne ho a ene ono kra de won export to hwe wasanfa Dr. Mahmoud Baumia sika opegu won de agina dollar no Dr. Mahmoud Baumia said de anya Ghana for de bia no osesa awo foforo oba Ghana for nyini ntum omunya humo broma MPP na ba MPP bebe bi mu no MPP ba obey ne mapa bi nyuma amemmabu na nyabi na mrantie aba mamu.
Thank you so much. Lawyer Evans Osebonsu ana mate ne nka no me dey say Mike nyame eya domo a sof maame Yvonne